Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring a message for Sagittarius for November 2022. Guys, keep in mind it's general. Take what you feel resonates for you. Disregard the rest. Go about your day. And no matter what messages come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, the steps you take, and how you get your fulfillment in this world. To me, this is personal freedom. It's personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet. That's your power to do, my friends, so use it wisely. As well as a big happy birthday to all of my Sagittarius is this month, next month. I hope it's an absolutely wonderful day celebrating you. So for all my subscribers, thank you guys for being here. You mean the world to me. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you again. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join the journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. Before I get into the cards today, I'm going to take a moment to call in spirit, and then I have some channeled messages I want to share with you. So I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, Archangel Gabriel is trying to come through, as well as any of your spirit guides or my spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the most far-reaching, but no second-rate messages today, just top shelf. So the message I got, there's two. One was a song message, so this may resonate for some of you. It's by the Judds, and it was that give a little love, give a hug and a squeeze and a kiss, something like that. Give a little love. It's an old 90s country song. For some of you may want to look up the words if that resonates for you, as well as I heard when I was shuffling. Do not speak badly about yourself because the warrior within is listening, right? And that warrior within is diminished by our negative self-talk. So those are just kind of some things to keep in mind. I have the messages from Life Oracle here by Mario Jubilee, and I want to get a little spiritual advice going forward. Now guys, I did put November 2022 on this, just kind of like to organize it, but if this resonates at a different time, if you find it a different month, it still may be for you. Spirit brings messages that we don't always know the timelines, right? We can say it's for this month, but sometimes Spirit's bringing messages way ahead of the game. So let's see what messages we have. Spirit, what messages would you have for Sagittarius for some spiritual advice this month and going forward, please? Okay, a whole lot. So I'm going to take the top. I'm going to take the Master of My Life and Attaining Peace. I Am Free is also here, and the bottom is Live for Love, which is funny, right? Give a little love, squeeze and a hug and kiss. So, live for love. I enjoy each moment of my life and put love in everything I do. I give love gives life to all things. I open my heart to this great power. I do everything in gentleness and kindness. Each thought is made of light. I love God, I love all beings, and I love myself. Henceforth, I live to manifest love and light for each soul everywhere. And this is really awesome that that's come out, kind of a little synchronicity. So, just go through. I am free, right? Remain in the light. Searching within. Love appears. Step by step. A gift from life, and the eyes to the heart. This card always reminds me of, there's a Christian gospel song called Open the Eyes to My Heart. And to me, honestly, for some of you may want to look it up because it is a beautiful song, but that's always what it makes me feel like. So it says, I rediscover the beauty in everything and every person I meet. I see beyond the personality and its superficial nature and see what my heart and energy of love that dwells in all of us. I am now filled with wonder at the presence of God and all that is. The eyes of the heart allow me to see the divine shining everywhere. I now live in true light. For guys as well, if when it says God, that's something that feels like a block to you, use it as it pertains to you. Source, spirit, universe, however it is that you feel it resonates, okay? Because I know sometimes it's things that we can get kind of stuck on. Oh no. There's a bit of syrup I didn't get off my table, so this card's kind of stuck. But Master of My Life. I no longer leave my strength in the hands of my ego. I cease to feed my inferior nature, but make room for the divine presence in me. Thus I become the master of my life anew. I listen to my inner voice and act in accordance with my own truth. I live in abiding humility, grace, and love for the glory of God. We did attaining peace. I look within myself and stop blaming the outside world for my misfortunes. Through my searching and my efforts to gain purity, I transform myself. The material riches that I have acquired are not important. The riches that I will discover within myself are all that matter. Step by step in the spiritual quest, I free myself, I rise higher, and I attain to true inner peace. And I attain true inner peace. Truth. The truth is found within me. I listen to this divine force that comes from my inner self. When I put aside my controlling mind, I discover all the answers I'm looking for, and I'm in harmony with myself, and I welcome the love of God, the power that will guide me towards my fullest shining radiance. I want to read you one last card here, I am free. And this is really, really important along our journey. What I heard is, because we're going to shed layers. We're going to shed layers of understandings, old belief systems. I'm also hearing cognitive dissonance as well. And to me, for some of this is, some of us are afraid to kind of change our minds. So what I heard as well, some of us may feel like we're hypocritical if we've been on one stance for a really long time and all of a sudden we flip-flop or we change. But that's allowing ourselves to grow. That's not hypocritical. That's seeing, you know what? Yeah, the older version of me, an older version of me thought that was true and subscribed to that belief system, but I've seen things differently now. So what I heard is that there's no chains binding you to poor decisions. If you make a decision that you realize, you know what, down the road, it wasn't the right one, change it again. It's okay. So this says, I am free. From now on, I am free of the duality, fear, and judgments and people that may prevent me from moving forward on my path to inner peace. I listen to my heart, the veil of my ego is lifted, and the vision of my new life appears to me. I am focused on my inner growth, and I remain steadfast in the energy of love. This, knowing the truth is within you, this may come for a lot of different things, okay? For me, this is also saying about the heart, connecting with everyone on a heart-to-heart level. Now, for some of you as well, what I did here is, because we're talking about freeing ourselves and attaining peace, there may be answers within you here where you already know what it is or who it is that needs to be let go of to attain peace. For some of you, I heard troublemakers as well, or shit disturbers, somebody who enjoys causing havoc for other people in their worlds. This person could also be somebody who definitely doesn't have peace within their worlds. And to me, when it goes to I am free of duality, judgments, and people, they're holding me back. This is also like if there's someone standing in the way of your dreams, if there's someone standing in the way of your goals and they're saying, that's not for you, but you know deep down in the eyes with your heart and your truth, that's for you. This is time where you need to nicely say it, or politely tell them. But then there's also the words I heard is politely or not so politely, however it works, tell them to F off because this is your life. So for some of us, this living for love, it does not mean that we have to tolerate disrespect or tolerate people around us who are not treating us with love. So that song as well, Give a Little Love, this is what we're hoping for as well. So I think it's going to be really important, again, if you're living for love, if you resonated with that we recognize that love should not hurt. There's going to be situations in our world with the people that we love that aren't the most pleasant, that may hurt, but there should be a way to come back to mutual agreement or harmony. If someone is hurting you physically or making threats, or what I also heard is like you feel like very codependent or anxiety towards them, in terms of if you're going to make a decision about what they might think about it, this is really a place where we need to get down within ourselves and say, what is tying me to this person and their opinion of what I do? Okay, so I'm going to move on from there. There was another part here, the master of my life. Remember how I was channeling that don't speak ill of yourself, because the warrior within you, it hears. And that's what this is as well. Letting go of, that ego, and seeing through the eyes of the heart is looking through the eyes of love, truly, and making sure that we are speaking well of ourselves as well. So for some of you, what I heard is it may be really important for you. It could be 3 different positive affirmations, or 3 different things a day you like about yourself. I like my hair. I like my personality, and I think I have a wonderful voice. Whatever it is, write this down. Tell yourself, it could be the same things every day. Maybe I'm safe, I'm protected, I'm loved, I'm valued, I'm free to go about and make the choices that are right for me. So if that part resonated, wow, we're going to get a little bit of this warrior part within us. We have here the 3 of, I think this is wands. It's in the reverse. I'm not going to read reversals because it looks like there's a lot there, but this could be a block, okay? You have the Queen of Swords. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have the Hanged Man here as well, with a 5 of Swords and a 7 of Swords. Right away, what I heard, with this Queen of Swords, she's going to cut through some bullshit. She's going to cut through some crap. With the 7 of Swords, I do feel like there may have been a lot of gossip around you. I heard naysayers. This could be somebody, what I heard the words are implanting false beliefs. Again, if this is a trauma bond, or if you have somebody very narcissistic or very controlling around you as well, I heard you may have someone who makes you question your own belief systems, or question your own worth, question your own ability to remember things, because you could have a gaslighting individual. Okay, that's not for everyone, but this 5 of Swords is here saying, you know what, we need to make a change. And I think it's because we need to realize where our priorities lie, what's important to us. I want to read to you actually the Hangman here with Gollum in this pretty cool Lord of the Rings book, because these are pretty awesome messages, to be honest, and I don't want to miss anything with it. So I'm going to show it to you guys. Bound to the will of the One Ring, Gollum's life is sacrificed to the ring may be destroyed, so the ring may be destroyed. He represents the Hangman as he understands what it is to have a shift in perspective so powerful that it alters the course of an entire existence. Now this was in the reverse, which I think this one makes sense that we read the reverse. It says, sometimes making a significant decision can cause paralysis and lead to inaction. From there, negativity can fester, my precious, and turn you into a nasty version of yourself. While you may currently feel comfortable in your limbo, you are being urged to make a choice you will never know what's possible until you try. In the upright, the card signifies that you are in a situation where you feel unhappy, dissatisfied, or like you can't make a decision. Stop pressuring yourself to control the outcome and instead try looking at things from a different angle, though maybe not over hot lava. Think of Gollum as a warning to examine your negative patterns, lest you be cursed with repeating them eternally. And this is going to be very important. To what I heard is not sitting on the fence, as well as knowing, again, with the 7 of Swords, on whose voice do we need to listen to? Ours. Whose truth? Ours. Because if we go along listening and following someone's truth, we're not being true to ourselves. There's a lot of mental energy here. Again, you could be dealing with an air sign, but I think that something's really had you in your head. Something, what I heard also is attacked your validity. And sometimes as well as what I heard is, again, going back to that warrior, because I heard at the beginning that that was going to be the title, right? To not speak ill of the warrior within you because they're lessened by that. I think some of this is internalized viewpoints, because could be shit we've heard since we were kids, right? They're giving me an example, okay? And I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but they're using the words asshole or little asshole. If we're called a little asshole growing up, okay, let's say, not very nice, right? But if it's something that we're told over and over and over again, our own self-worth, it's a little bit devalued. And somewhere deep down inside, we're conditioned to believe we're an asshole. Maybe we're an asshole because we have our own beliefs. Maybe we're an asshole because we refuse to fall in line with what we don't believe is right. Maybe we're an asshole just for being different, or maybe we're being an asshole because, again, we refuse to conform, or because somebody just feels like calling us an asshole and putting us down. If we internalize that, though, it's like the next person that comes along and calls you another name or calls you an asshole. You're already conditioned to believe this. This is where we need to make a change. And realize as well that whatever thinking or thought paradigms has been going on, whatever this is, it needs to be let go of. This Queen of Swords, what I heard is she's a feisty one. And there is an importance, I feel like, to her helmet being off. Now, what I heard is something about combat as well, because she's got shield in hand, sword drawn. She's on the ready. Now, I think what I heard is about the helmet being off, it's so that she can see more clearly. I think as well is because she has no intention of losing this fight. There is no longer, and I heard a veil over her eyes. Even though the eye holes would be open, she's very connected to spirit as well, connected with the third eye, and with this kind of mouth, the throat being open, she's fucking willing to speak about it too. Sorry for my language, guys, but whatever this situation is that's been going on, it's time with this Three of Wands to know that better lies ahead. It's in the reverse, and a lot of them again came out in the reverse, because I think that what I heard is we're maybe stalling on making the decision, right? Much like Gollum with this ring, eventually, yes, realizes this thing's destroying me, but it had to, in his own, what I heard is in his own world, he needed to experience that. There's something going on here where we've held dear to us, and we have to, what I heard is make it clean cut, so that the future ahead of us, it can be different and it can be bright and we can change it. What I heard is this is changing the course of action as well, because this is Wands energy. This is no longer Swords. This is doing, right? This is going after what we want. For some of us, what I did here is it could be like divorce. It could be cutting off family or toxic friends. This could even be like discourse, and things that we've held on to, belief systems. They're giving me a strange example, but I'm going to give it to you, okay? Not saying any of you guys have this, but this is what I'm hearing, okay? Is like a racist mindset. And this could be something, if people around you, especially growing up, have had this is something that it might have come to you, and then you're like, but no, that's not the truth. Or you meet somebody who really takes these thoughts and goes, no, God, you know what? How could I have ever thought that? How could I have ever, been so racist, okay? And this is where we really need to make a change, because we know that we've done a lot of harm in our own world and other people's worlds. Excuse me. That's one example, right, of where it's like there's no point holding on to this way of thinking because you've thought about it for so long, okay? So moving forward, I do feel like this Queen of Swords, and they're bringing me back to the asshole comment, okay? If there's a person who's called you an asshole or made you feel like an asshole because you have needs and you have wants and desires and you're a whole person on your own, my friends, this is where I heard snip, snip, bitches. Because she doesn't look happy and she's about done taking the shit, right? She's making a choice to change her mind, to make that choice, and to move forward. So I'm going to get a little bit with this Three of Wands, Spirit, please. Tell me about the Three of Wands with this Queen of Swords. What's she waiting for? I heard bliss and success. What's this Three of Wands? They said magic comes in mysterious places, or magic can be found in mysterious places. Okay, so we have the Hierophant here. This is truth. This is also ceremony, our spiritual beliefs, and I think it's very important to recognize the broken sword. I think it's important as well that this could be that we're coming to new spiritual understandings. Again, to me, this could be because the Hierophant to me speaks of marriages or partnerships or something very, very official. There could be sort of a break in the marriage as well, or a break in this partnership, but it's for you best. So there is the Five of Cups. There is the High Priestess, the Magician, and the Four of Rings. And this is not the 8, but it's speaking to me of we have to know when to cut our losses. Because if you try to put all these rings on your finger, 3 of them might fit. That 4th one, there's no saving it. And it's fractured. It's not going to stay on there. With this Hierophant, some of you, again, this could be kind of like, I heard like loveless marriage or something that you got yourself into a contract or agreement and it's not making you happy. It's not what's in your heart. And it's going to be really important and to be brave, again, like I said, to allow yourself to change your mind. Because if you follow the truth within you, you already know where to go. You already know your truth. I feel like whatever this decision is, the universe is very strongly guiding it. Because we have the Hangman, we have the Hierophant, you have the High Priestess, and you have the Magician here. That's 4 major arcana. And this Magician, I think it's important because it comes back to the power to do and making changes within our worlds. To remember that you hold the keys. You have at your disposal what you need to make these changes. For some of you, what I heard first off is it's going to be you need to speak up and say, you know what? If I could break this friggin' sword, it was flimsy and it was of poor design. And whatever these, again, I heard like it's internalized lies. It's something or someone who's really tried to destroy you. And I heard, okay, that it's because they're jealous or because they're not as strong as you. So there are those people in our world who may be intimidated by us because we're strong-willed or we're sure of ourselves, and they can't handle that because it messes with their demons and it messes with their insecurities and they don't feel the same way. So what better way to make themselves feel better than to make you feel like shit? I'm being drawn to Gollum's ring, and I'm being drawn to this 4 of rings. And I feel like something in the past that's been offered to you was not stable. It's the same thing with this ring. If it's cracked in 3, much like this sword was of poor design. So I think this is going to mean we're really going to choose our commitments going forward. I'm being guided to tell you, just because a ring is missing a stone does not mean it's not wearable. I want to show you guys, this is really personal, but this ring was given to me by my grandmother. You see right here, it's missing an opal because, funny enough, there's one cracked, and that's not the one that came out. My grandmother passed away in March, and she had my ring because she was going to get it fixed. And for the longest time for her, she's just not able to wear it. And I've missed it so much that even with the stone missing, it's okay. So it's, to me, speaks of this one. There's no stone, but that's fine. It's when there's cracks. If the band was broken, we wouldn't be able to keep it on our finger. So this is definitely making choices on how are we going to create our worlds, because you are the creator, the master creator of your world. So I'm going to ask for a little bit here. This is the work your light. Keepers of the Light Oracle. Okay, so let's see what Ascended Master energy we have with us, and tell me here about this 5 of Cups. The Five of Cups has the Odin here with psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. Absolutely. Your third eye is open, my friends, and you already know what we're talking about. If there's something in your world that has hurt your head and hurt your heart, it is definitely a time to make a change. Again, this could be within new relationships. This could be severing ties with old relationships and knowing when it's time to call it quits. And again, to look at all of these commitments. For some of us, this has nothing to do with a person. It's just a lot of different things on our plate. And what I heard as well is, if we're really, really busy, this may be really wreaking havoc as well on our mental clarity, on our head, on what's going on. Maybe we're not getting enough sleep. If we don't get enough sleep, are we really ourselves? Maybe. But maybe a more crunchy version. Maybe grumpy bear, right? So, moving forward here, this is action-oriented. Same with the Magician. Action-oriented. You know. Thank you. So you have faith with humanity and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. Hilarion with divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Holy Owl, la la la. Amethyst, divine alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. And we have Archangel Michael here, which is actually Faith's counterpart. So I think that's very important as well. That says you are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. If you're feeling heavy stress right now because of this decision, or if you are, what I heard is you may be in hiding for healing as well, and there's nothing wrong with that. For many of us as well, especially if we've been in like a narcissistic, abusive relationship where somebody has made us question our own feelings, our own worth, our own integrity, we're probably going to want to not be around them. Maybe be around people who are going to be a lot more like-minded and understanding. I think that it's also going to be really important here to know that your angels are by. So if you need help, call on Archangel Michael. Personally, myself, I was going through a little bit of anxiety last night, and you know, it was one of these things I couldn't sleep, and in my sleep, like in between sleep, I was calling Archangel Michael to help protect me, to help guide over me, and to help me release some of these fears. So if you've got fears, if you've got worry about moving forward on this path, release that to Archangel Michael. Give yourself in with faith, and know that you're absolutely protected to do the recharging and to do the healing you need to. For some of you, when I said the charging, this is for some of you, not everyone. This is a small group, but for some of you, criminal charges may be being laid on someone. What I heard is they may have laid their hands on you as well. And if you have experienced that kind of like violence at someone else's hand, it may take you longer to heal than you may be aware. What I heard is being aware of triggers as well, and that when you get triggered, to be aware that you are being triggered. It could take you, what I heard is months or years to be able to cope with this. But also what I heard is if you do need to seek some sort of professional help for this, to do it, because they're going to this honor your sensitivity, because this is the way forward, okay, is really feeling our stuff. And it's coming back to that little asshole comment. You're not a little asshole. And whoever called you that or whoever did that, they're the asshole, okay? So moving beyond the challenges, focus on what you desire. You already know in the pit of your heart, I think, where you would like to go. So the last message I'm going to leave you with is from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle on what we can do to help ourselves throughout this process and this decision-making process, because definitely the warrior within you is ready to see you fight back. And so on the bottom we have sound healing, and you had pleasure and take a walk. Couple different things to get our minds off stuff. As well as what I heard is this is safe touch. This is things that feel good to us. So this is within our body. Yes, this is, in this picture, a very sensual thing. But it could also be things like massaging yourself. It may be, yes, literally sexually gratifying yourself. But it's going to be important that throughout this situation, you're getting in touch with your body. And you are doing things that feel good for you. So in some ways, this pleasure could have nothing to do with our body. Could be reading a book that we really like, could be eating food that we really like, could be listening to some music that we really like, watching tarot you really like, taking a walk, clearing your mind. Even if it's a 5-10 minute walk, it gets you out of the house, it gets you out of the space that you're in. And what I heard with this could be a really important time just to set your intentions to walk and notice what's around you, trying to clear your head of everything that's going on. So it may be important for you to go, okay, I'm going to count birds, or I'm going to, sorry guys, I'm going to pay attention to the flowers. Now, I live in Canada right now, and we got so much snow, it is probably not going to be noticing the neighbor's flowers, but it could be noticing their decorations, or noticing just different things around your area, around your yard. They've also got like mountains here, looking at the landscape and things like that. She's using a sound bowl. This could be sound bowl, this could be drum, this could be an instrument that you play, this could be your voice for singing, but that it's important listening to music, that this sound is healing us and reverberating. So one thing that could be very important is to be very intent with this on asking Spirit to help move this energy through you, through this sound therapy. So that's the message I have. I hope it resonated. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye, guys.